In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly stop neck clicking and popping sounds. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So when it comes to neck clicking, popping, or cracking sounds, especially while trying to turn or move your neck, the main cause of this is because of a buildup of muscle tightness and joint stiffness. To fix this, I want to show easy exercises that are going to loosen up everything in the neck and quickly get rid of those annoying sounds. Just as a quick note, each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles that are associated with neck clicking and popping sounds. To get the best results, go through them all and use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. This is called the finger hook method, and what it's going to do is find the best position that can offer the most relief. Let's start off by making hooks with our fingers, locking them together. And with this exercise, it doesn't matter what hand is out in front. In fact, during the exercise, switch it up, see what works better for you. But what we want to do is try to pull our hands apart but resist against that movement, because the more that you try to pull apart, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation of the muscles in the upper back and the neck. So build into this one as much as you can. So what we're going to do from there is then take our hands and slowly do a big circle like this. So go up, off to the side, all the way down. When you do this, that activation of those upper back and neck muscles are going to pretty much intensify. So I like to do this just over and over again for about 5 repetitions and then switch it up in the opposite direction and then repeat. From there, you're more than welcome to do other movements. You can do shapes like a square like this. You can write your name, the alphabet. What you're trying to do is find any position that just feels like it's a little bit more tight and achy. And if you find that, just try to build into that movement over and over again until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level and focus a little bit more on the neck muscles. So I'm just going to build back into that initial pull like this. Let's activate those muscles. And then what I'm going to do with my head is slowly tilt it towards one side shoulder, taking my ear towards that shoulder. What you're going to feel is a deep opening stretch into the neck. Hold this for about a second or two, and then just like a pendulum, swing towards the other side and repeat. Do this nice and slowly for 5 repetitions on both sides. From there, what I like to do is head circles. So it's kind of like taking my head, going off to my side, sticking my chin forward like this, going off to the side, and then bringing my head straight back like this, focusing on activating those neck muscles as much as I can. So we're going to go in a big wide circle like this for about 5 repetitions, switch it up in the opposite direction, and then repeat. So when you do this, you're probably going to find that one certain movement just reproduces those neck clicking or popping sounds. For me, it's going off to the right. So at that point, I keep building into that movement over and over again until everything loosens up and I'm not getting any more clicking or popping sounds. This exercise is going to focus on 3 main muscles that cause the most clicking and popping sounds in your neck. You can do this one standing or seated. So I always like to start with the side that feels like it has the most tightness, achiness, or the side that I'm getting those clicking or popping sounds. Let's say it's my right side. What I'm going to do first is target the upper trapezius muscle, this big muscle on the top of your back that works into the neck. Let's take the arm on that side, bend our elbow at 90 degrees, and then slide our arm across our lower back as much as we can. You should feel a light stretch forming on the top of your shoulder, working towards the side of your neck. We're going to hold this and now take the hand on the other side, hook the side of our head. Now slowly pull your head towards your other side shoulder until you feel a deep opening stretch in your neck. When you can't go any further, you're going to hold this and now slowly turn your head to look upward towards the ceiling. Do this slowly because this stretch gets really, really deep. So again, we're going to pull away and then look upward towards the ceiling. Try to hold this comfortably for about 15 seconds, release it, and then repeat it a couple more times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So the next movement is going to target a muscle called the levator scapula, and this one's located on the top of your shoulder blade, working upward towards the neck, towards the back of your ear. We're going to do what is fittingly called the armpit sniffer. So again, let's say it's my right side. What you want to do this time around is slowly turn your head towards the other side shoulder. When you can't go any further, you're going to hold this. Now take the hand on the other side, hook the back of your head, and slowly pull your chin downward towards the other side's armpit. This stretch is going to be felt a little bit differently, more towards the top of that shoulder blade, working towards the back of your ear. Hold this for 15 seconds, release it, and then repeat this a couple more times. The last movement is now going to target a muscle called the sternocleidomastoid, or SCM. This one is responsible for turning your head. So again, let's say it's our right side. What we want to do is slowly turn our head towards the other side shoulder. When we can't go any further, what we're going to do now is press our head backward like this. I always tell everybody, imagine your ear on your other side. It's like falling over your shoulder like a cliff. You're going to feel a deep stretch form from the base of your skull across the side of your neck towards your collarbone. Hold this for 15 seconds, release it, repeat it a couple more times. The odds are one of these movements are going to feel like it's just really addressing tightness. It like really is achy to build into that movement, or maybe you're just getting those clicking sounds. At that point, I would build into that movement over and over again until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more popping sounds. And for good measure, I always recommend doing this on both sides just to help keep everything nice and loose. For this exercise, we're going to start by taking 2 fingers and putting them right on our chin. What you want to do is slowly press your head backward until you feel a really good activation of the muscles in the neck. We're going to hold this and now take the hand on the other side, put it right on the back of our head. The movement is pressing our head backward while this top hand hooks our head and pulls our chin downward towards our chest. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep opening stretch throughout your neck. Build into this one as much as you can. Hold it comfortably for 5 seconds. Release it, and then repeat this 5 times. But let's take this one to the next level and really focus on movements that are causing those neck clicking and popping sounds. For me, it's turning towards my left like this to look over my shoulder. So what I want to do is slowly build into that movement, but I'm going to stop right before the point that it's going to click or pop. And at that point, I'm going to hold that position and repeat this exercise, holding it for 5 seconds. Because what you're going to notice is on the next repetition, you can turn just a little bit more without it clicking or popping. So just keep repeating this over and over again until you can fully turn your head without any sounds, or you're not getting any more improvement. And if even the other side, turning the head towards the other side, doesn't cause any clicking or popping sounds, I always recommend throwing a couple repetitions in on the other side to help keep everything nice and loose. This is called the peanut method, and what we're going to use is a peanut massage tool. It's shaped like a peanut and it has these knobs on it that can help attack muscle tightness and joint stiffness, the leading causes of neck clicking and popping sounds. These are really inexpensive. You can find them at any local sporting goods department, but if you would like to pick one up online, I'll leave a link in this video's comments section and description. So let's break this one down. We're going to start lying flat on our back in bed or on a floor. Take your peanut and place it right below the base of your skull, right over the muscles on top of your neck. You're now going to press your head downward into the peanut until you feel a really good amount of pressure over those muscles. We're going to hold this and now do a nodding motion. So let's tuck our chin towards our chest as much as we can. Hold that for a second, and then we're going to look upward like this, again holding for a second. Just do this over and over again for about 15 seconds. What you're going to feel is that peanut massage tool just dig into those muscles, offering a really good massage. And this usually feels really, really good. So afterwards, what I like to do is move the peanut tool down a little bit and repeat this, doing this over the whole length of the neck. The odds are you're going to find that one certain spot is the most tight and achy, or it's the spot that you're having those clicking or popping sounds. At that point, I stop over that spot and keep repeating this over and over again until everything loosens up or I'm not getting any more sounds. And if you do have more clicking or more tightness off to one side, you can take this one to the next level by placing the peanut tool right over that spot and then just turning towards the side that you have more tightness. Like for me, it's a little bit towards my left. At that point, I just kind of turn my head towards my left, press my head downward to center my head weight right over that spot, and then I do that nodding motion, just digs in there a little bit more. So give that a try towards the left and also towards the right, and just focus on any spot that needs a little bit more attention. This is called the towel method, and what we're going to need is a rolled up hand drying towel. Start off by placing the towel right over the muscles at the top of your neck. What you want to do is slowly press your head backward into the towel as much as you can, and then pull the two ends of the towel forward at the same time. You should feel a good amount of pressure being placed over those muscles. We're going to build into this as much as we can, hold it, and now do a nodding motion with our head. So we're going to tuck our chin down towards our chest, and then what we're going to do is hold this for a second and then slowly look upward towards the ceiling. Do this nice and slowly as a fluid movement over and over again for 5 to 10 repetitions. Afterwards, what you're going to do is slide the towel down slightly and then repeat, just over and over again, pretty much the whole length of your neck, working downward towards your shoulders. So the odds are you're going to find that one certain spot just feels like it's the most tight, achy, or maybe you're just having the clicking and popping sounds right there. At that point, I like to focus on that spot a little bit more and just repeat this over and over again until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level and really focus on movements that are causing those neck clicking or popping sounds. So for a lot of people, it's either turning your head like this or tilting it. What you can do is center the towel right over that spot that you're getting those sounds and then build into that movement. So let's say for me, it's turning my head towards my left. At that point, I like to just keep building into this over and over again until that loosens up and I'm not getting any more clicking sounds. So again, you can turn your head like this, you can tilt it, just experiment with as many different positions as possible and focus on any spot that feels like it's a little bit more tight or achy. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.